can be able to really interact with the view of ensuring that we are getting them to the space that they have been requiring along issues of youth voice, also along the lines of number 2, financial access, along also the line of issues to do with inclusion and inclusivity, and also the issues of skilling. Looking at this county and how our young people have been troubled in terms of looking for jobs overseas, and of course maybe also guided by the issue of the good commitment by the government to encourage our young people to get skills that they can be able to monetize. Yeah, we came here to have a good conversation, and it has been awesome. It has been great interaction. We have had people tell us that yes, we are ready to, of course, stop our area thinking. And when I say our area thinking, I mean the thinking of the young people in terms of looking for white-collar jobs, and they are now willing to look at life very differently and have a changed mindset by ensuring that they can be able to get a skill and can be able to put food on the table.
My name is Doris Jepkemei. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Nandi County, but currently I reside in Eldoret. Today I attended the SHOFCO initiative, where they were teaching youth about skill sets and everything to do with skills. The program has been very educative, and in this time and era, it's so important that we teach the youth that we should not be depending, or we shouldn't be waiting for government to employ us, that we can learn a skill that will help us to make money. So the initiative, thanks to SHOFCO, the initiative has been very educative, and we want to ask them if they could go to the villages, or if they could go to more colleges, because it's the first time I'm hearing about SHOFCO today through a friend husband. They should just make an initiative where they should go to many colleges, they should reach many youth, because many youth need to hear this, that they should not wait to be employed by the government.
Salam Mondi Usoi. I am currently a 4th-year law student at Mo University. The home county is Homa Bay, but I'm here for purposes of studies. I currently stay in Annex. I would like to say that the session has been so much grateful to me, and I hope that even to the rest of the youth it has been impactful. I've gained skills and things that I did not know, especially on the aspect of the question of experience when we apply for jobs fresh from campus, to penetrate the ever-competitive employment society and every other thing, to gain extra skills as backups for our main courses. And one thing I would like to say that the session would have been better, would have been more productive if much time could be given to the congregation to ask questions, because some people feel at times that their issues are not being addressed. Yeah, so I would like to encourage the organizers of this session to consider having more active social media platforms where the youth are able to ask questions and be accordingly responded to. I think if SHOFCO would go into the interior, to the grassroots, to reach the many youths that are not even able to access the urban areas to access such services, because they also greatly need the services of SHOFCO.
Our next steps, of course, we are going to collect all the feedback that we have gotten from the young people, just to ensure that, of course, we enhance on our programming, and of course, in terms of the youth voice and empowerment program, we are going to incorporate all this feedback that we have gotten, just to ensure that we are getting it right. I know there has been many interventions before for the young people, but this is unique because we are going to have follow-up steps just to ensure that it doesn't just end here in terms of feedback, but we are going to align our programming, we are going to align the project to ensure that we are reaching the young people as and when we are needed, and above all things, we are ready to partner with them.
Mimi naitwa Dennis Owino, mkaji wa Kibira. Nimezaliwa huku, nimelelewa huku. So maisha yangu yote na hesabu yote ni ya huku. Okay, mimi nilijoin SACCO 2 years ago. Na up to now naweza hesabu SACCO imenisaidia sana. At least imeniendeleza kibiashara. Imefanya ni achieve vitu 2-3 zenye nilikuwa na dreams siku moja naweza kuwa nazo. So mimi SHOFCO SACCO after kuingia imenisaidia, nimesave na wao, ikaninunulia gari. Hii gari nikaeka kwenye Uber kidogo, ikanisaidia kuongeza stock kwa boutique. Kwa hiyo pesa nilipata kwa Uber. Kwa sasa naweza sema maisha si mbaya, inanipeleka vizuri. kijana bila biashara ama bila mtu anaweza kushika mkono, utaingilia crime ziko mingi hapa nje. So mavijana wenzangu, kenye tunaweza waambia, karibuni Shofco Sacco, tuinuane. Shofco Sacco ni real, inasaidia watu wengi sana. Si mimi peke yangu, mimi naweza kuwa tu mmoja, lakini kuna wengine wengi wamesaidika through Shofco Sacco. So vijana, kujeni mtujoin, tusaidiane pamoja.
A very refreshing way to start the month of October. We are here in the
So hii Sacco ni yenu. Nilikuwa na dream. If we all come together, believe me, tutatoka poverty. Na Sacco maana yake, tuko na Madam Boss hapa anatuambia, maana yake ni kutoa pesa na save but it was hard for people living in the bottom of the pyramid. Because SACCO is so good kwa wale wana serikali, walimu SACCO, SACCO, because unakatwa msa inaenda. Sasa kama mboga, mtu mkoteni, bodaboda, si ngumu. So that's why I think the idea is risky. Lakini kanuni ya kwamba people want change. Sio? Na kwa kweli I want to thank you watu mkuru huku. You never let us down. Umefika big numbers, you are borrowing, you are paying back. Sio kweli?
Nimefurahi sana kuwaona na kuwaona watu wengi umekuja hapa kwa sababu unataka nchi tofauti. Najua Ken ni mtu kwa roho safi kabisa. Na anataka kuna vision. Shoko inataka kusaidia kila mtu kwa hiyo nchi. Nataka watoto wengi wafaula kama vile nataka wangu wafaula. Nataka kila watoto kwa hiyo nchi wafike ndoto zao. Nataka wanapata shule vizuri, afya vizuri, wanakula kila siku, hakuna shida. Na wamama, najua wamama wataka, salimia wamama. Najua unafanya kazi kila siku kwa sababu unataka mtoto kwenda.
From GAM to do a number to keep us in the mood. Then from there, I will hand over to the Honorary Secretary to really start driving the agenda of the day, especially so the first items. And I'm happy that the sub-county cooperative officer has been very gracious, and he has allowed us to first confirm whether we have a quorum, and if we have a quorum, then we can be able to proceed. So in the interest of doing the formal part, I know the secretary will be able to confirm whether we have a quorum. That's the only way we can be able to proceed. So our delegates are 90. By the look of the eyes, I can see like we are almost full house. But in the interest of the record, it's not good to know how many that we have. So having said that, allow us to just request. Let's request from our delegates, our dear delegates. Tutaomba tena tu, si ndio? Because maombi haikuangi mingi, we can pray. So let's have a volunteer. We can have somebody to volunteer to pray for us. Thank you. Karibu sana. Karibu sana, Delegate Jaoko. Am I correct? Ja? Jako. Karibu sana. I just added a no. Kwa hivyo nimetoa hiyo nimeweka katikati. Jako karibu sana. Kuja tu hapa microphone iko. Tafadhali tunaomba. And we would also request delegates, you can really help us by moving forward. Let's not have empty seats. Remember, we are also covering this on TV and everything, including social media. So let's also maybe fill. Victor, you can help us to request delegates to fill the front seats. Wale watakao kuja baadaye, they can really join huko nyuma. Mwache tu hii ya kwanza, because of wageni maybe wanaweza kuwa excess, kutoka hiyo ya pili tujaze. My friend, karibu sana. Yes. Haya, we can pray.
Haya, tuombe. Ewe Mungu wetu uishie milele, tunasema ni asante kumpa sisi siku ya leo. Tumekusanyika kwa sababu ya uwezo wako Mungu wetu. Tunataka kuendesha mkutano wa huu Sofco Sacco sababu umempa sisi hii sako kutuinua maisha yetu. So yale tukayosema Mungu wetu uyabariki. Uwe kati yetu tukiendelea mkutano, iwe ya amani. Naomba hayo kwa jina la Yesu Kristo na kuamini.
Asante sana Bwana Jako. Tupigie Bwana Jako makofi mazuri. Thank you very much and we appreciate your support Bwana Jako. We have walked a journey together with you. Allow me at this point to call Percy to yeah. So in the meantime, okay. As they prepare to do a number, allow me to invite the Honorable Secretary to really do the preliminaries in terms of verifying whether we have a quorum and also whether we received the notice in good time. Karibu sana.
Good morning, members. I want us not to be so gloomy. We should have a face, a joyous face, a cooperative face. Hii sako imetoa mbali, si ndio? Na kama imetoa mbali, tunafaa tuipende, tusiende kana kwamba tuko na matanga hapa. Ni sherehe, si ndio? Tunakula matunda ya kazi yetu ambayo tumefanya the whole year, si ndio members? So I want you to be very joyous and should not have a face ambayo inashtua. Now, the distinguished guest, our chair, honorable members, I want to welcome you to this, our annual ADM for the members of Sofco Sacco. And I want to maybe confirm that as where we are, this meeting is properly convened as by requirement of the regulation, and our delegates are always 90. As we speak, this number, does it fulfill, can we say that we are more, we are quorum? It's a quorum, right? So Chair, I confirm that this meeting is duly convened and can be able to transact the business of the society. Number two would be also to confirm to members that with reference to the Cooperative Society Act number 12 of 1999, revised 2004, part 7, section 27, a notice was sent to the members on 21st February 2024 to all Sofco Sacco Society delegates that the annual meeting for the year ended December 31st, 2023 shall be held on Friday, which is today, on 8th, 2024 at Kibra School for Girls Hall, starting from 9 a.m. to transact business. Is there a member here who can say that he did not receive the notice? So you received in time. So we complied with the 14 days period that's supposed to be given to a member for such a meeting. On that notice that was shared with you, we informed you that there will be some discussion that will be held on that particular day. One would be to read and adopt the notice convening the meeting. So, as we speak today, I'm reading, so that's number one. Number two was actually to read and confirm the minutes of the last annual general delegates meeting, which we shall also do after this. We also consider matters arising from the above minutes. Also consider, and if appropriate, adopt the following reports. The Board of Directors report that we are going to read for you, and then the report from the chairman, also addressed by the chief guest, and also report from the supervisory committee. The supervisory committee chair is also in attendance, and he should be able to give us a report. On this meeting today, we are also presenting audited financial statements together with the auditors' report for the year 2023. You know that we also had a budget, so we might not approve the budget today because we had already done it during our SDM, but just to let you know that this is one of the items that we also have in our booklet that has been given to you. We shall also be appointing our auditors who are going to audit our books in the year 2024. We are also going to dispose the surplus for the year 2023. You remember the SACCO has made some profit from the interest we got from loans. So we are going to dispose the surplus to the members today. And also make some resolutions ranging from the maximum borrowing power that the SACCO can have, and also to do election. And then AOB, but it's always a requirement that if you want any AOB to be discussed in such a meeting, you always send it 15 days prior so that you can have it and prepare the response for that discussion of AOB. So, members, that is the notice that was shared with you. So we would want it to be adopted officially before we can be able to embark on the next business. So we were requesting for the proposer and seconder. We'd want maybe someone to be around here with a mic. Victor, you can organize that. Yes, so we officially, for us to do this, we have to adopt it. So the proposer.
S9145, my name is Dominic Magara. I propose.
Thank you, Bwana Dominic. Seconder.
Edwin Mwene, SS6959, I second.
Thank you. So we officially adopt this notice and agendas for discussion today. I think I'll pause a bit.
Thank you so much, Honorary Secretary. Thank you so much for taking us through that part. Now the meeting is official. For avoidance of doubt and for the record, Bwana Sub-County's Cooperative Officer, I have with me 78 delegates out of 90. Thank you. At this point, we would want to welcome very much our stakeholders who have continued streaming in. I can see that we have our key partner in the banking sector. We have KCB Bank with us. Can we clap for KCB Bank? Karibu sana. Thank you very much. At the appropriate time, I know the chair will give you an opportunity to say hi. We also want to recognize the presence of also a very key partner, CIC Insurance Limited. Karibuni sana, CIC. We have Tyrus, who is the head of operations from CIC Life. I want also to recognize the presence of one of our partners in technology, AU Innovation in the house. Karibuni sana, asanteni sana. I'll continue recognizing you as you come in, and please, I know the person who is doing the registration can also help me to do that. We also want to recognize a big friend of this circle that has been with us for years on end. And I'm really trying not to to miss the right names. Karibu sana. Yeah, we can say it we can clap. Yeah, asante sana. So, yeah, and that is it. And maybe, Honorary Secretary, because we are looking so gloomy, I'm really looking at us having one number to set the mood. Si ni sawa sawa? Si hapo ni sawa, members? We need one number. Ndivyo tusikie kama tutakuwa sawa. We set the mood. Tunasikia vile inaanza kuingiana vizuri. Yeah, so that we are comfortable. So at this point, allow me to invite Chairman. I want to confirm this, that this is the church that I attend. So it's called Grace Arena Ministries. And today I came with my choir. And it's under the leadership of Prophet David Ousu from Ghana. And we also have Percy from Ghana. And he's a good friend. So Percy, come and we continue. Yes. Yeah, that's why I fellowship. Thank you very much.
Amen. Bwana asifiwe. Are we happy to be here? Tunaweza tu
Jesus, hallelujah. Ningome imara. Tunasherekea ushindi wa Bwana. Jina la Yesu ni ngome imara. Tunasherekea ushindi wa Bwana. Jina la Yesu ni ngome imara. Pigieni Bwana vigelegele, vigelegele furaha. Pigieni Bwana vigelegele, vigelegele kwa furaha. Pigieni Bwana vigelegele kwa furaha. Pigieni Bwana vigelegele, vigelegele furaha. Pigieni Bwana vigelegele, vigelegele kwa furaha. Vigelegele, vigelegele kwa furaha.
Hapa tunaenda aje? That could not have happened without the permission from the chair. Chair, we really know that we don't trust in our own understanding. This circle has grown because of God. And therefore for us, we shall always give God the first chance and the first place in our lives. Si hapo ni sawa? Na tunaenda mbali. Na tunaenda mbali. Who doesn't believe that one day will be a big bank in this country? Nataka kuna mwenye haja believe? A very big bank from the informal settlement areas, particularly Kibra. A very big circle. Si ni ukweli? I'm very sure you will hear that when we go out there and we are measured together with our other peers, wanashangaa na hii sako ya slums. Na kwa nini natukimbiza hivi? It's because God is with us and we have a good chairman and we also have a very good board. We continue doing different numbers with time. Allow me to take this program back to the Honorary Secretary. If you're set, we can continue. If you want another number, I have a choir for the whole day. So you'll tell me.
Okay, once again, members, asanteni sana. Okay, members, asanteni sana. Nimeona mumeweza kukua karibu na Mwenyezi Mungu, si ndio? So at least hiyo boredom imekuwa na kukua na huzuni imetokea, si ndio? So we'll go to the second, as you can refer the notice, through the notice utakuwa unaona vile tunasonga ili ujue. Ukiangalia page 5 utakuwa unaweza jua what the next thing to be discussed. So from page 5 you'll realize that we have already read and adopted the notice convening this meeting. So we are going to the next item, that is read and confirm minutes of the last annual delegates meeting. I want to assume, first of all, that these minutes for the last ADM were shared to all the delegates. So you're in a position to read through, and you must have noted if there's anything that you'd want us to discuss. However, just for those who are interacting with these minutes for the first time, maybe I'll just take a preview, not much, to jog your mind so that you can be able to know what you can ask. So, uko na kalamu hapo, utanote kama kuna kitu utataka ielezwe ama kitu ambacho tulikubaliana last time and it has not been done, or what is the way forward, then we can be able to discuss as we will be reviewing. So, open page 6 to see the minutes on that booklet, members and directors. On page 6, you will see the members who are present, supervisory members all present, board members all present, staff who are there, the management staff, you can see their names on page 6. And invited guests, you remember, we had Honorable Gladys Bose-Cholet in attendance. We had Hilary Musina. There's a phone ringing. No, it's not mine. Okay. So you remember the people who are there were also people from the ministry. Florence Hillary was there. Irene Kibagandi was the external auditor, and we also had James Oletinti from Cusco in attendance. The preliminaries were there. The agenda were done. We go to page 7. We read the notice that was done by the secretary, and it was proposed, as you can see, by some 2 members. Then there was minutes. Minutes were also read and confirmed to be true by members. And then there were matters arising. There was no matter that was arising at then. Then they were considered and if found appropriate, adopt some reports. There's chairman's report. And in chairman's report, there are a number of items he talked about the strategic plan, informed members that we had a strategic plan running from 2023. He also talked about the economy that was not doing well then. He also talked about the need to have regulations, where you remember we said that the SACCO has to apply for, to become regulated by SASRA. And he also talked about the need to collaborate with other stakeholders, including government, to be able to ensure that we conform with the requirements of of regulations. And these were also, his report was also adopted by some 2 members. Their names are also disclosed there. And then there were reactions to chairman's address. They remember there's one member who lauded the chairman, the member, Madam Catherine Nanjala. And he said the chairman had done, and the board had done a good thing in terms of coming up with a strategic plan and the importance of having such a document with us. And then there was also on page 8, address by the chief guest, who was Honorable Gladys Shelley, who talked about the leadership of the chair, and he also talked about the need, and he expressed the gratitude to the government, at least, especially the president, His Excellency Bwana President William Ruto, for believing in cooperative movements and also bringing in the hustler funds. He also talked about that the next phase after the hustler fund has been given to individual, they were to go to cooperatives and also ensure that, like Shofco Sacco, also get a portion of it to be able to help people who live in urban slums. And the report from the chief guest was also adopted, and by a number of members who were there. And there were also reaction from members who also talked about us strengthening the need to strengthen the SACCO and the government to ensure that the parliament passes some legislation that strengthens the cooperative movements like ours. So those are some of the reactions that were given to the invited guests. Then we had the supervisory committee report. They talked about a number of things ranging from issues of the compliance aspect, issues, financial management reviews. They talked of a number of things that need to be put to this, that the SACCO need to put in place to ensure that there are controls. And then there were also reactions that came in. Their report also were officially adopted. Then we went to the presentation of the audited financial statements that were done by Madam Irene Kibagendi. You remember they were our auditors, the government. This time around, we have not taken the government. We have private auditors on board. Their report was also adopted officially. And then we went to consider to the approval of the budget. And the budgets, there were the OPEX items and the CAPEX items. OPEX are the daily operations item, and then CAPEX is usually items that take a lot of cash, capital intensive, buying assets and all that, which you approved. And then we also went to appointment of the auditors, which were deferred to the SDM. You remember we didn't appoint the auditors, we said we'd do it during the special delegate meeting. That was done. And you remember you appointed Mbaye and Associates. And then we went to the last item, which was disposal of surplus, which were also discussed as the, I'm not going to go into details of them, but they were also proposed by members down there. Then there was some resolution in respect to joining SASRA, which were also approved by members. There were also change of SACCO name, which were also approved. And then there were other amendments that we wanted to do to the bylaws that members also approved, including increasing the member minimum contribution and borrowing power. Then lastly, there was election of some 3 board members that were done, as you can see on page 10. Election of board members. And then we went to AOB and awarding session. Remember, we awarded Staff of the Year. We also awarded the top saver from our members. And thus, those were the minutes that were discussed. So, members, I want the minutes to be adopted first before we go to the next part. So, proposer of the minutes and seconder. I would need some staff to be within here with a microphone. Microphone. Simon, you can look for a microphone. You come down here with it here. Just come over. Proposer for the minutes.
I'm Wilkis Takoth Jaber, SS 7443. I propose.
Thank you. Seconder?
I'm Elias Odero, member number SS 147. I hereby second that.
Thank you. The minutes have been officially adopted. Now we go to the following agenda that follows it immediately. That is the reaction to the minutes. I told you if you wanted to know how we are moving on, you'll be opening on page 5. It will be showing you the step-by-step how we are moving on. So the second agenda will be consider matters arising. So we want to react. The floor is there for you to react on the minutes. So your reaction, you can raise your hand if you have something that we discussed and maybe you wanted to react to it. I hope you're looking at the minutes. Anyone with a reaction regarding the minutes? So if there's no reaction, then we consider the minutes to be the true copy of the reports and we adopt them as such. So we go to another item that is consider and if found appropriate, adopt the following reports. So members, we go to the next report. I'll now call upon the treasurer to come and read for us the board of directors report. And then the treasurer? Yes, he'll just read as a small brief on the report from the board of directors.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all well. I'm going to take us through the report of the Board of Directors. It's on page 97 of the booklet. Page 97 of the booklet. I'll read it as is. The members of the Board of Directors submit their annual report together with the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2023. Incorporation. The society is incorporated in Kenya under the Cooperative Societies Act, Cap 490, and regulated by SASRA. Principal activity. The society continued with its principal activity of receiving shares and deposits and giving out loans to its members. The results for the period are 2023. So we had a surplus of 21,794,798 Kenya shillings compared to 2022, where we had 11,909,960. Our tax expense for 2023, 763,331 compared to 599,924 in 2022, making our net surplus, that is the surplus after tax, 21,031,467 versus 11,309,272 from 2022. Then interest on members' deposits. The proposal is to distribute 13,000,000 340,027 shillings. 2022, we distributed 6,318,420. Rebates and dividends. The Board of Directors is pleased to recommend, we are recommending to the members for approval, a payment based on weighted average method on deposits at 8%. 2022, we had recommended 5%. In rebates and dividends of 12% on the share capital versus 10% for 2022. The members of the Board of Directors who served during the year and to the date of this report is as listed on page 1. So you can take us briefly to page 1. It's actually page 3. So we have Kennedy Odede, our chairman, Peter Okor, vice chair, Lydia Salome, treasurer, Collins Odongo, our honorary secretary, Godfrey Waka, Asha Abdul, Evans Odari, Virginia Mutheu, and Caroline Sakwa as board members. Then supervisory committee, we have Evans Barasa, Laban Mahindu, and Sherifa Ramathan. Independent auditors, Mbaya and Associates, Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, were appointed during the year and have expressed their willingness to be in office in accordance with the Cooperative Societies Act. By order of the Board of Directors, signed off by Collins Odongo, our honorary secretary.
Oh, thank you, Madam Lydia. That's our treasurer. I think he has read to you the report from the directors. Now, we shall skip a bit the chairman's report because of some visitors we're expecting, so we want him to speak in their presence. So without you wasting much time, we shall call the chairman's supervisory committee to give us a surety of the report being read here and whether your money is safe. Shof Kosako. Shof Kosako. Shof Kosako. Karibu sana Bwana Evans. Okay. There's something that we are skipping. The treasurer has already read to us the Board of Directors report. We just need adoption before the chair's supervisory takes over. So somebody to adopt and propose. The microphone. There's somebody who is missing here. I don't know. Faster, Simon. Proposer of what Madam Lydia has read. Jakababa is there, can propose.
My name is Jakababa Jakamama, SS 2873. I propose.
Thank you, Jakababa. Seconder.
My name is Catherine Wanjala, member number SS67. I second.
Asante sana, Madam Catherine. Now officially the Board of Directors report is officially adopted, right? Asante. So, Chair Supervisory, you are now officially welcome. Hawa ndo wamekuwa kituangalia pesa zetu kama inaenda mbaya ama mzuri, eh? So msikize kwa makini.
The Chair, Shof Kosako, our invited guests and our delegates, good morning. Shof Kosako. Thank you. Let's turn to page 18. So we, the Supervisory Committee, wish to be able to deliver the following report on how our SACCO has been performing. The Supervisory Committee draws its mandate from Rule 28 of the Cooperative Societies Act, the Rule of 2004, and the Cooperative Bylaws. This provides requirement that the Supervisory Committee verifies the society's transactions, monitors and implementation of policies to make periodic reports in its findings to the board. The goal is to ensure that the board serves its interests to the society, members, as well as to safeguard the resources to them. The scope, the supervisory committee has been conducting quarterly, inspecting the SACCO office and presenting its findings and recommendations on the operations of the SACCO to the management. Below are the highlights that the supervisory committee wishes to share with the members in our annual report for the year ended December 2023. Concerning the board and how we've been working together, there has been a positive interaction between the board, the management, and the supervisory committee, guided by the objectives of upholding the mission of the SACCO and ultimately the interest of the members. As you all know, we are the people representing you to ensure that all and every aspect of the SACCO is being conducted as per the policies and the guidelines. However, this does not make our way to distinct the role of the supervisory committee as the oversight body for the members. In terms of the governance and compliance, the good governance of our organization is essential to the achievement of its goals and objectives. The supervisory committee wishes to recognize the efforts by the board, the management to conduct the business of the SACCO with the rules and the regulations of the Cooperative Act and the SACCO bylaws. The society complied with all the statutory requirements for the year 2003. Now, specifically now to the membership, there has been an increase in membership as compared to the last year where we had 12,010 members to 2023, which is we increased to 17,097, which was a plus to us as a SACCO. In terms of the dormancy, our members increased from 3,238 to 5,472. In terms of percentage, in 2022, we had a dormancy of 26%, and in 2023, our dormancy went to 32%. In terms of member participation and activities, this is a place that we urge our members to sincerely be able to abide to. Number one, in the SACCO ADMs that we've been conducting, we encourage more members to propose to attend the ADM meetings, since it is during this particular time that we're able to pass so many resolutions, and this requires our presence in those meetings. So we shouldn't assume the ADMs we've been having. The second part is on the SACCO education days. We call upon members to show up for such activities, for they are planned with the members in mind. Education, training, and information helps members, elected representatives, and management teams to become effective participants in running and development of the SACCO. So whenever we'll be calling upon, or the SACCO will be calling upon education days, let us go back to our members and help them to be able to attend so that they're able to understand and know how we've been doing. In terms of the account status, the SACCO is committed properly to take care and protect members' deposits in all times. Members are encouraged to also make efforts to know the status of their accounts. This will ensure that all accounts are up to date, and when members wish to take loans or guarantee their colleagues, they provide up-to-date figures. This will help in the accounting of the SACCO offices to be able to allocate all monies received and avoid having funds that are unidentified. This can be achieved through physical office revisits, calling the office line, or using the hash that has been provided and which will be launched, and I know it is in operation. So this will help that the members are able to know up to date and how their accounts are performing. In terms of the member personal accounts, the supervisory committee verified members' personal accounts for the year ended 2023, and we wish to make the following observations. In terms of our deposits, during the period under review, we observed that some members have stopped remitting monthly deposits. We wish to emphasize that one can only be a bona fide member upon fulfilling the conditions, which we are all aware of: the share capital and the monthly deposits, and if you have a loan, that is the loan repayment. Therefore, it's paramount that all members subscribe to the rules and regulations governing the SACCO operations. So we wish that we'll be able to encourage our members to be able to honor their pledges in terms of what they have been doing in terms of remitting their deposits. And in the case of loan repayment, we'll be able to urge our members also to be able to be fully paying the loans. In terms of the default rate, in 2023, in 2023, 13 loans amounting to 3,834 million were defaulted. The amount has grown up compared to 2022, where only 11 loans amounting to 2,866,565.30 were in default. The Supervisory Committee wishes to call upon members to exhibit high level of honesty and respect to guarantors. It's a member's obligation to service the loans and honor the guarantee agreements and relationship so that we can be able to help our members be onto their honoring their loan repayment, and we'll be able to reduce the default rate. I'll move to the areas that we wish to focus on also. To enhance operation, we shared the following recommendations with the board during the year. Approval procedure should be followed strictly, considering members' status on the following areas. Monthly deposits must be up to date. No arrears in loan repayment, either from check-off or standing orders. Deposits must be in the SACCO for at least 6 months before they earn a member a loan. Integrity of the member should be scrutinized as well as a member past trends. Internal controls should also be enhanced. Credit and loan policy should be reviewed. The real-time information to be passed to members on the status on loan applications. Written communication by members regarding obligations to be filled with the SACCO. We move to the management reporting, where page 20, we will be able to see a graph, a schedule drawn down, where we'll be able to see how we've been moving. The review of financial performance for the year 2023. When you look at the member deposits, there was an increase, that is from 126,368,408 million to 224,069,659.82 increase. So meaning we've been increasing in terms of our deposits. Even our share capital at the same time has also been increasing. When you look at our total loans, they have also shown an increase. The loan disbursement during the year has also shown an increase. The repayment during the year has also shown an increase. The operating expenses have also shown an increase. Now, on the investment is only where there was a decrease. And on the same, the Supervisory Committee wishes to commend the management for the effort they have put during the year 2023 to ensure that the SACCO performance exceeds the year 2022, as you've all seen on the increase that we've seen. However, a lot more can be achieved if all SACCO members support and adhere to the rules and the regulations governing the SACCO operations. The strategic plan and implementation, which is ongoing. And then another area that we wish to focus upon is the auditors, which you've also been read to in the previous period. And as the Supervisory Committee, we wish to recommend that we still hold on to them to support us in the year 2024 if the members will accept. In terms of the website, we also confirm that we appreciate the management for establishing the SACCO website and the wishes of the members to visit more and learn more about the SACCO. Finally, on the reviews of the policies, we wish to comment on the following: the financial policy procedures that were still manual, asset management policy, risk management policy, the procurement policy for the SACCO, the investment policy, the loans and the credit policy review, and finally the HR manuals to be able to help us as we grow as a SACCO. In terms of retirement, one of our members will be retiring this year, that is Sherifa Ramadan, but will be offering herself for re-election. Finally, we wish to strive and build trust among ourselves as the members of one SACCO. The success of Shofco SACCO is dependent on upholding transparency and accountability through constant engagement between the member, management, and the board. Thank you, and God bless Shofco SACCO.
Asante, Chair, Supervisory Committee, for your good insight. Indeed, we as board, we have to say that at least we have a substantive committee that at least are pointing on some areas that we need to work on as a board. And thank you, Chair. There are a number of things ranging from the very pertinent issues of policies that need to be reviewed that you have highlighted. You have also highlighted issues of strategic plan that we have, and a number of items that we take cognizant of, and through the chair, we look at reviewing them and implementing as you have recommended. We now go to adoption of this report, Supervisory Committee. Simon, you can be in between here in the middle. There is also Maura at the back there. So if you are proposing, you can just raise up your hand, you will be seen, to enable us move on quick, members.
My name is Geoffrey Muley, SS 7569. I propose.
Thank you, Geoff Muley. Seconder, there's a lady here.
My name's Amy Khadi from Huruma. My number is 4355. I second.
We react to now the report. So the chair is here. If there may be, Chair Supervisory, if there may be clarification of something that you'd want to be done, you can be able to directly respond. So you can raise up your hand if you have any concern, anything they have picked up that you need more clarification on, or something that you think they have picked on but they have not dig deep, a recommendation from your end. So reaction, members. We have page 18, that's where that report is. On page 18, they have also indicated what their mandate is, so that isisemekana wanafanya kazi ambayo si yao, si ndio? So I may explain their mandate. They have also talked about membership, governance and legal compliance. They have talked about a number of items including credit management. Karibu sana wageni wetu. Madam Maremu, karibu. So, any reaction? Open page 19. Page 20, any reaction? Page 21. If none, we now go directly to the report from the treasurer. Yes, something? Treasurer. So we go to the treasurer. He has not read the revenue. Treasurer? No. Treasurer, you can come in. Let me just let. Okay. Treasurer, come forward.
Good morning once again. I forgot a very important thing. Happy International Women's Day to all the women in the house. You can say to me too. Thank you. I'm going to take us through the statement of comprehensive income. This is our financials for the year 2023. And I'll also take us through statement of financial position. This is the assets that we have as a SACCO. So I'm on page 102 and 103. So our revenue for the year 2023, interest on loans to members, we had 23,202,094 shillings. If you want to know the breakdown, I will not take us through the breakdown. If you want to know the breakdown, there's a column written notes, and you see they are numbered. If you want to go to the details, for like that one is note number 3. I'm just demonstrating. The notes are starting from page, just give me a second. They are starting from page 114. So during your own free time, or probably if I read something and you want to get the details, if you see the note number 3, you go to page 114. If it's note number 8, it is page 115, the way they are numbered from page 114. So revenues for the year, I have read that, and it compares to 14,629,809 in 2022. Then we have interest expenses. These are the proposed interest on members' deposit for the year, note number 4, again on page 114, and it's 14,539,086 shillings. 2022, it was 7,222,802. The gross surplus, that is interest on loans against interest on members' deposit, we have 8,663,008.
Welcome, our governor. Karibu waziri. Karibu governor.
Asante.
Just coming. Karibu Bwana Governor. Welcome to Shofco Sacco. This is our home, and we are happy to have you on board here, at least to grace this occasion. So karibu sana, our chief guest for today. So we shall just give the treasurer to move on as he makes himself comfortable.
So I'll proceed from where we were. We were at the gross surplus, 8,663,008 shillings versus 7,407,007 shillings from 2022. Other incomes, other operating income, note number 5 if you want the details, 11,214,281, versus 5,712,972 from 2022. Then we have donations from Shofco, note number 6, 71,715,286 compared to 9,012,381 in 2022. Then we have investment income, note number 7, 5,088,872, and it compares to 3,999,499 from 22, making our total income 96,681,446 compared to 26,131,858 from 2022. Our expenses, from note number 11, we have the governance costs. We had 4,264,524 comparing to 381,160 shillings in 2022. We have personnel costs, those are staff costs. Note number 10 for details, 14,238,207 compared to 9,465,521 from 2022. Marketing costs, note number 9, we have 18,966,060 shillings compared to 526,100 from 2022. Administrative costs, we have 37,417,858 compared to 3,849,881 from 2022, making our net operating surplus 21,794,798 compared to 11,909,196 from 2022. Our tax for the period is 763,331. 2022, it was 599,924. And our net surplus after tax, so our net surplus after tax, 21,31,467. In 2022, we had 11,309,272. I'll stop there. I'll come back to take us through the statement of financial position later.
Shofko Sako. Shofko Sako. I want to hear the figure. Shofko Sako. Shofko Sako. I think we are stopping the program a bit. Let's now welcome our chairman so that he can be able to give his speech, right? Yes, makofi. Karibu bwana chairman, karibu ongea na members wako.
Yeah, habari yenu. Protocol of SAP, we are so happy today to have governor himself hapa ndani, hapa Kibra ndani. Makofi kwake. Governor, feel at home. Yes, yeah. Wacha leo ni declose siri yetu na yeye. He is also a friend of mine. So he's someone I knew for long. Kama alikuwa MP, and it's good to have a youthful leader. And he believes in bottom-up approach. So anapenda Shofko kwa during Kenokoth time. He's a man who really loves Shofko and the idea of the bottom-up approach. Asa governor leo, governor hautaamini watu wa chini walianza hii sako with nothing. Sasa hivi wameshapatiana loan ya almost 270 million. Hapa hivi hata hakuna cha dona, ni yao wenyewe. You know what I mean? So I'm really, really proud. Now we have over 20,000 members ambao ni part of the SACCO. Now today we are being seen by over 2 million members across the country. In Nairobi alone, SAN members wako 120,000. Governor, in every ward we have Shofko who are working there to help the community. And that's how we see and they're able to open this SACCO. So I'm very happy today for this and I'm proud. Hii SACCO yetu, during the Ushirika Day, we won position 2, ambayo inaitwa the most improved SACCO countrywide. Alafu tena tukapata position 2, most improved non-deposit taking SACCO. Kizungu kalikali. Third one, tukapata pia the third position ya best capitalized national-wide. Can you believe? Alafu we've been really investing in IT technology. Ndio pesa za watu zipotee. So I'm happy today government atafungua hiyo kwa simu yako unafanya tu hivi unaangalia your balance so very soon, and we are happy the government atafungua hiyo in a minute. So we have our ICT platform which is doing so well, and I'm just so happy how this SACCO started from nothing to where it is. I know the government of Kenya is also working on how to support people in the bottom of the pyramid. And economic empowerment is the most important thing. And it's a challenge. Kwa sababu gani? We are working with people, mama mbogas, watu wa juakali, those who are not even earning a salary. Now what I love about our members, they never let us down. Makofi kwenyu. And I look forward to work with my brother, Governor Sakaja, how we can work together in this circle in the informal settlement. Shofco iko kila mahali, all the slums in Nairobi, tuko hapo ndani. Si ni kweli? So with this support, we're going to do more. So nothing much to say. I'm just very happy to have him and all our guests who are here today. Na ningependa kumkaribisha our friend, our supporter, Madam Adolphine Aremo, Director, akuje afuate protocol ili to invite Governor. And Madam kabla ukuje, Governor, na kuogopa. Uko na strong team. Hii sako kama sio Florence, kama sio akina Godfrey na Madam Aremo, atungekuwa hapa. They really work so hard, your people, honestly. For tunaingia now kitu inaitwa Sasra because of them. Makofi kwao. Karibu, madam.
Your Excellency, sir, all protocols observed, cooperators, good morning. When we were opening the office, I made a promise. If you can remember, I said, I'll bring the gun. Sir, thank you very much for coming. Shofco Sacco is one of the fastest growing cooperatives in Nairobi City County. We are soon graduating you to be regulated by SASRA, an authority that was established to license, supervise, and regulate specific cooperatives. You have applied for a license to do deposit-taking business. In the whole country, the DT cooperatives are 176, Nairobi commands 44. And we'll be willing to welcome you to be the 45th cooperative. Today I was privileged to come with my immediate boss, the Chief Officer, Mr. Godfrey Akumali. In the interest of time, I want to invite him so that after giving his remarks, he'll be able to invite our Excellency. Karibu sana, Mr. Akumali. Come and give your remarks.
Your Excellency, sir, the Chairman of the Board of Directors, the Managing Director of Shofco Sacco, the Board of Directors, the Supervisory Committee, Honorable Delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Hamjambo. Mko salama. Alaikum salam. Asanteni. Your Excellency, one, I want to welcome you to the cooperatives movement. We are happy that you've joined us here this morning because the cooperative movement is at the core of the Kenya Kwanza government, which you also belong to as the governor of the capital city of Kenya, Nairobi. And as you know, both in the Kenya Kwanza manifesto and your own manifesto, we have agreed that those at the bottom of the pyramid will be at our core business. Shofco Sacco is indeed core to us delivering the better philosophy because Shofco membership is drawn from people who otherwise would be unbankable. Many of these members, if they tell you, they could not have gotten financial access that they're able to get here if Shofco did not exist. Tupigie Shofco makofi. Your Excellency, in the cooperative movement, key agenda is mobilizing and encouraging the saving culture. Most of the circles in this country, Your Excellency, depend on people who have very stable incomes. Most of the circles are for teachers, farmers, and such, and business community who have regular income and therefore can guarantee to give a certain amount every month. The Shofco Sacco, Your Excellency, deals with people who otherwise would not have gotten financial space within the financial world in Kenya. Shofco Sacco has provided these people an opportunity to access that which would otherwise look like a luxury to them. It is their kidogo kidogo hujaza an asset base of a week. The 1 billion mark. These members are from about 120,000. Look at Your Excellency. People who directly depend on SHOFCO, and that is a big in terms of growing our economy. Your Excellency, as a Department of Cooperative, we continue offering this cooperative and other cooperatives support. Mainly, we offer training to the leadership to ensure good governance of the SACCO, because as we encourage people to save, Your Excellency, the core thing we must ensure is that for every shilling that comes to the movement, we want to guarantee it is within a safe space. That can only happen if the leadership of the SACCO upholds high integrity, upholds good governance practices, so that these members' deposits are in safe hands. Your Excellency, our key objective as a movement is to ensure that people save and also have access to affordable credit. That is happening, and these members are able to co-guarantee each other, and that's why they have a very positive loan book. If you also look at it, despite these people having been told that they are high risk, if you look at the repayment, it's also very positive. I want to congratulate the members for their commitment to show that they can do it and they will do it. We need to encourage them. Your Excellency, as you join us this morning, we pray that you may consider that some of these SACCOs, like this one and others that operate especially in formal settlement, be some of the channels through which we can distribute your Biashara Fund to reach more Kenyans and more Nairobians. Your Excellency, further, we would like that because most of these SACCOs that operate in informal sector do not have the financial muscle to organize their own trainings, especially for their members, that through the Department of Cooperatives, Your Excellency, you can organize and empower us to offer quarterly trainings to these SACCOs together, so that we have our SACCOs modeled in a good way and they can benchmark from each other and have peer reviews from each other. Your Excellency, with these many remarks, it's now my humble pleasure to invite you to address your people. Among us, these are 90 delegates, but we have over 100,000 following you on social media as this event is live.
Asante sana. Please, let's be seated. Wow, this is such a wonderful, wonderful day. Bwana asifiwe. Assalamu alaikum. God is good. And all the time. And that's his nature. Dr. Kennedy Odede, my good friend and brother, Chief Officer Kumali, and the Dolphin, the entire management, the entire team that is here, and honorable distinguished delegates. Today, I am extremely honored and humbled to have been invited to be your chief guest. Asante sana. Sio jambo la kuchukulia hivi tu, but ni jambo ambalo naichukulia kwa uzito mkubwa sana kuwa nimealikwa kuwa chief guest wenu. Najua hujanialika tu kwa sababu mimi ni governor. Najua hujanialika tu kwa sababu wewe ni rafiki yangu. Lakini kwa sababu unajua yale maono yako na pia filosofia yako na yangu, it's the same completely. Huyu ndugu yangu, I was introduced to him by one of my best friends, the late Ken Okoth. Mheshimiwa Ken Okoth we were very close. He was my Secretary General, alikuwa treasurer wangu wa Kenya Young Parliamentarians Association, tukiwa bunge pamoja. And we used to sit down and just dream about Nairobi. We used to dream about Kenya, about how we can change things. In fact, I lost two of my closest friends, Ken Okoth and Fidel Odinga. Tulikuwa tunakaa na Fidel na Ken hapa Kilimani, tukisema, you know, things can change. We can have leadership that focuses directly to the people. Those two Kenyans would have been very, very great, but they were already very, very great. May God rest their souls in peace. Sisi ambao tumebaki Ken, tumalize hiyo safari yao. Na tumalize hiyo investment ambayo walikuwa nayo. Nimefurahi kuona ndugu yangu Mheshimiwa Gatobu, pia tulikuwa naye, alikuwa kwa Young Parliamentarians. I was the chairman. When I went to Parliament, I revived the movement of young leaders who were below the age of 35 at the time of election. Hiyo ilikuwa 2013. Na nilikuwa na wabunge 50 kwa hiyo organization. We started it to mentor them. Tukapata 1047 MCAs in the whole country. I started that for them. Nimefurahi sana leo bado inaendelea. It is now in its 10th year. The chairman, nafikiri walibadilisha, Secretary General, who was my SG that time was Babu Owino, bado yeye ndio Secretary General hapo. Wanaendelea, and I keep mentoring them to continue offering good leadership to our people. So, ile kazi mnafanya ni kazi ya Mungu. Ken, you are a co-worker with God. Unajua Mungu, siku hizi, si kama siku za Abraham, hatumi malaika wale wako na mabawa. Anatuma malaika kama wewe. You know, the days of wale malaika walikuwa wanakuja sijui kwa Mount Sinai, sijui wapi, sijui thunder, hiyo iliisha. And when God sees that somebody can do his work, when you take care of his business, he will take care of your business. You have a heart of gold. You have been so passionate about uplifting communities, shining hope for our communities. So nataka mjue mimi ni partner wenu. Consider me a partner. Na nataka pia uniandikishe kama member wa SACCO. Pia mimi nikuwe, si ndio hiyo? Pia mimi niwe na contribute hapo ili tuongeze kitita chetu, si ndio hiyo? And you can member wa SAN, of course member wa SAN. Lazima. You know many times nikitembea katika jiji la Nairobi, when I go to the schools and see the children, nikiwa mitaani, you know, I see the potential that we have. Mara nyingi viongozi focus on the higher up people, una focus kwa wadosi, lakini ile potential iko mtaani. 5 years ago, I remember, nilichukua watoto fulani Dandora to go to Konza Technopolis. Konza in the techno city ambayo serikali imekuwa inatengeneza. There's a young man, babake anaitwa Jeff Iregi, one of my mobilizers there. He was 6 years old. Kijana alikuwa hajawahi ona computer in his whole life. They were trained over a week on coding, kufanya programming. Huyo mtoto alishinda Kenya mzima in terms of coding, and he had found it the first time. Na mwaka huu he's now 11 years old, tunampeleka Japan. He's now going to Japan to compete internationally. Mtoto kama huyo wa Dandora ambaye hangewahi kupata nafasi, if it was not for programs like this uplifting the people, would he ever get a chance like that now to compete in Japan? So I want to tell you the potential in our communities, the potential of our people in the informal settlements can change our country and will change our county. So focus yetu haitatoka hapo. Sisi tunaweka focus yetu hapo kwa watu wetu, and I've seen amazing opportunities of how we can partner. Now as a member and also as your governor to partner with you. Allow me to congratulate you on the exemplary performance. When you're number 2 most improved countrywide, number 2 most improved non-deposit taking countrywide, number 3 best in capitalization. Na sio pesa ya wazungu, sio pesa ya wafadhili, ni pesa ya mahasla wa mtaani. Mjipigie makofi jameni. Your assets are now close to 400 million. You know, that is amazing. Watu wanaona tu numbers hapa, but it's a success story. And so what we've agreed, and I've just given a hint kwa ndugu yangu Ken, na nimezungumza na chief officer. This year we are reviving, or rather we're formulating our biashara fund that we had designed, biashara fund ya county ya Nairobi. Tulikuwa tumeweka pesa kidogo but tukatumia maarifa. Unajua lazima ukuwe mjanja. Na nyinyi gavana wenu ni mjanja. Nimekaa na mabank and the banks told me that if I can guarantee the interest and guarantee the loans ambao watu wetu watachukua, I'm giving them 100 million shillings ambao naweka as a deposit. They give me 1.5 billion ya kupatia watu wetu wafanye biashara. So which better way? And in the next 3 years we're going to grow it to 4.5 billion shillings. Ambao tunajua mama nani anafanyanga hii biashara. Huyu anauza hii, huyu anauza samaki, huyu akona kiosk, huyu akona salon. To give you support is much better than kutupa tu pesa. You give an existing organization, existing people who are doing existing activities, because you don't want to gamble with taxpayers' money. So of that 1.5 billion ya mwaka huu, Shovco, please mujipange. Mujipange. You'll be one of the circles, one of the organizations that we will work with to identify the initiatives, interventions. Because najua, ukiona loan inachukuliwa na pesa inarudishwa, you're not high risk. Achana na mabanko wanasema nyinyi ni high risk. Me, I see high opportunity. Not high risk, I see high opportunity. And I see high potential. Not high risk, I see high potential. And we'll continue to invest in our people. Najua mmetoka maeneo mengi. I'm sure some of you know this watch. Mnaijua? Hii ni gani? Tap to it, dishi na. You know, when we started this program, watu walituambia Sakaja, this cannot be sustainable. Hiyo pesa siweke kwa mabarabara. Hiyo pesa siutengeneze sijui nini. I told them investing in our children is the most important. Nilizindua 10 kitchens ambazo tumejenga zimekamilika around Nairobi at Olympic. Each kitchen serves 10,000 to 15,000 meals a day. Leo hii saizi ni sangapi? Inaingia lunch time, si ndio? 184,000 children are going to eat lunch na shilingi 5 peke yake. Those children, kwa watu wanasema oh hii pesa sijui ni, that is development. Human capital development. Do you know in Nairobi watoto 25%, 1 out of 4 children was not going to school kwa sababu ya njaa. Na lunch time wakiambiwa endeni mkule, wengine hawarudi shule. So they lose, ndio? Wanapoteza a third of their education. Watoto wengine walikuwa ndo wasipate aibu, wanabeba lunch box ambao iko tu na makaratasi ndani. Lunch time aende ajifiche kwa kona, ajifanye anakula, ndo asichekelewe na wengine. Leo hii enrollment has gone up in our schools. Shule zimejaa. Kuna shule juzi nimekuwa Kayole, wameka hata classroom mpya ya mabati. And that's why we've said we're building 5,000 classrooms in 3 years. National government are doing 3.5, mimi nafanya 1.5. But the most painful thing, hawa watoto hawamalizi hiyo chakula yao. They get 650 grams of food, wanakula, wanafunga, wanarudisha nyumbani. For their other siblings, their brothers, saa zingine hata kwa wazazi. Ni kweli? Ni kweli? Sasa nikiwauliza jameni, because sasa tumezindua zingine 7, we're building another 7 kitchens. Next term tutakuwa tuna feed 250,000 children in Nairobi County kila siku. Ukiona mtu anapiga program kama hiyo kwa sababu ya siasa, si ashindwe jameni? Si ashindwe? Atu kwa sababu ya siasa unasema watoto wasikule. Na wewe wako wamekula, wako nyumbani, wanakula hata wanaacha chakula, wanaitupa. Na mtoto wa maskini ati asikule kwa sababu kuna siasa na Sakaja. Jameni, pepo mbaya ishindwe. Tafadhali, on the things of the people, like such initiatives, let us never bring politics in. Let us never bring politics into our circle. Let us not bring politics into these interventions. So mimi unaona mtoto kama huyu mrembo, jameni, ati asikule ndio watu ungangane na mimi. Hata hiyo utashindwa tu tena. Si ndio hiyo? So I want to pledge to you, my good friends, because leo naenda tena Dandora kuzindua ile stadium yetu. Tumekamilisha, ilikuwa imekwama many years ago, ilikuwa imesimamishwa na EACC. We went and spoke to them. When I was senator, I went there and said, ukisimamisha program kama hii ya stadium, sio governor ambaye yuko ndo unampiga ama contractor, ni vijana wetu. But during the time that stadium had stalled, najua vijana 6 ambao wameuliwa na polisi kwa sababu ya kurudi kwa wizi. Sasa tumekamilisha, tunakuja kukamilisha Woodley Stadium, tunakuja kukamilisha kabisa. Contractor is on site at Woodley. City Stadium tunatengeneza iwe Joe Kadenge Stadium, iwe international status. So kwa sababu ya hiyo mtanikubali nisikae sana. But I just want to give you my commitment and an encouragement. My brother Ken and all of you delegates. James 1:27 says, true religion that God considers praiseworthy is taking care of the widows and orphans in their time of need and keeping yourself away from pollution by the world. This is the truest religion. This is more religion than a crusade. Si ni kweli? Hii ndio dini ya ukweli. To take care of the widows and the orphans at their time of need. So my encouragement to you is in Hebrews 6:10. Mimi si mhubiri lakini napenda Biblia. Hebrews 6:10 inasema Mungu ako na haki. Hata kusahau kwa sababu ya ile mapenzi au upendo umuonesha watu wake ukiendelea kuwasaidia. That God is not unjust. He will remember you for the love you have shown his people and him as you serve them and continue to serve them. Can God will remember the work. Remember always Hebrews 6:10. Usiwahi sahau Hebrews 6:10. Andika chini na uende usome. Wale wako nayo kwa simu, you can Google. Keep that with you every day. Imagine Shosho anasaidiwa kabisa. Kweli. One Kanyachiel, tuko na wewe. One Kanyakla. And so I have instructed my team, and Dolphin, thank you. You and your team, Akumali, are doing an amazing job with our cooperatives. This is the future, Thank you so much. Please, let's give them all the support they need. Let's hold their hands now as we're going towards Sasra. Let us make sure you get better regulation there, stronger regulation, so that we can have integrity and so that the money can be used for what it is being used for. I am confident because I've just looked at this report and I know Ken. Kama kuna mali safi ya kupeleka pesa, ya kuweka, ni pale Ken yuko. Pale Ken yuko. Na unajua Ken anafanya kazi kuliko wabunge wengi sana. Kuliko maserikali. Si ni kweli? Ile zawadi yako Kenya hii, wewe ndio utatuambia. Wewe ndio utatuambia ile kitu unahitaji. Jamani, tumpigieni makofi. So the general manager, the chairman, the team, stay steadfast, be encouraged. I'm glad you're moving into IT platforms now. Mtu kwa simu yako unaweka US code yako, unapata deposit, unapata pesa, una apply a loan. That is where we're going to. Si lazima kila mtu akuje na makaratasi kwa ofisi kila siku. Si ndio hiyo? Tuwe digital. Sisi ni watu.com. Watu.com. Any support you require from me, please let me know. Any support that you require from me, let me know. Na pia delegates, mimi ningependa mkipata nafasi hata mimi munialike kwenu nione what you're doing in the different parts of Nairobi. Si ndio hiyo? Munialike, nitatembea na nyinyi nione what you can do even in those areas, because we have a lot of programs. Watoto wetu, on top of the food, in all the informal settlements, watoto siku hizi wanapata bursary thrice a year. Ilikuwa mara moja. Bursary ilikuwa 4 million per ward. These days we do 7 million shillings. Kwa mwaka wa kwanza tuingie. In 10 years, sisi tumekuwa na magavana. Tumekuwa mpaka na NMS na jeshi. Mpaka wako na boom. Kwa miaka 10 wamepeana bursary ya 3 billion. In my first year, I already gave 1,025,000 kwa mwaka wa kwanza kwa watoto wetu wasome. We have given scholarships. Wacha ile bursary ya check ya one term. Scholarship ni mtoto unamchukua from 1, 2, 3 mpaka amalize. We have now 3,000 of those children. The first year we took 1,500. Mwaka huu jana tumechukua another 1,500. Let us shine hope in our communities. So, for next year, I want Shofco mu identify from your membership. Ule mtoto amepita class 8, vizuri, amepata above 350, I will be able to take 100 from your children and give them, na niwapatie scholarship ya miaka 4. Mzazi tu, ile kazi ya mzazi kwa huo mtoto itakuwa ni mawaidha peke yake. Lakini uniform, school fees, chakula mnaachia Sakaja. Wewe kama mzazi upeane tu mawaidha na upendo na ushauri mwema. So I have pledged 100 children that we shall educate from Form 1 to 4, children of your members. Identify the most needy cases and those who performed well. Sawa sawa. So Mungu awabariki na washukuru sana na wapenda. Nairobi tunasemanga na walombo tov. Na nikimalizia wa mama wangu, my sisters, the lovely ladies, warembo, happy International Women's Day. May God bless you all.
So, my brother, kabla aende, nataka alonji kitu. Tuko ghetto, nataka kuonyesha the country and the world that we are now digital. So before afungue, tunalonji nini? Maina. Unaona anakaa mdozi, unaona vile mengara? Thank you very much, Chair, in the interest of time, and Chair, because you have taught me to be the best. Victor, you can help the governor also to fill in the membership form. I have the forms with me here. Having said that, members, leo tuna launch vitu 4. Tunataka ku launch kitu inaitwa USSD. Ukiwa nyumbani unabonyeza *82. Excellency, huyu anataka kusema, there are 2 things that maybe you would request. There was a bouquet for you.
Oh, wow.
If this bouquet is not handed over to you, najua mtoto atasikia vibaya sana. Kwa hiyo you receive this on our behalf. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. And then there is a child who wants to say a poem. Karibu sana. Ndio huyo.
Atatumia hii.
Haya. Dakika moja tu.
Na wasalimu nyote, habari zenu. Kwa jina ni Gladys Asuko, mwanafunzi wa gredi ya 8 katika shule hii ya Shofco Kibera School for Girls. Karibuni kwa shairi langu. Kelele kelele yake Sakaja, hebu nipeni kelele yake Sakaja. Kama mnampenda ongeza kelele nyingine. Ujio wako Sakaja umekaribishwa vyema. Mradi wako wa dishi na kaunti umepata sifa. Hongera Daktari Odede, umbali umetufikisha. Shofco sako yetu imegusisha wengi na kuwapa faida nyinginezo. Hongera Daktari Odede. Sakaja ungana mkono na Daktari Odede. Shofko izidi kung'aa na kupenyeza. Sakaja wetu 5 tena. Shukran.
Thank you very much. Asante sana. Twende kwa lunch. Hiya, members. Can we clap, members, for our governor? Thank you very much, Your Excellency. It was an awesome moment that we have had with you. Asante sana. Thank you so much. I'm very sure we would have appreciated to share a cake with the governor, but he's very busy, so we left doing that. Asante sana. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We cannot take this for granted. Thank you for also coming to be with us. Asante sana. We, tupige kelele ya governor. Asante sana. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I invite Pastor Percy. Come help us do a number as we go back to our normal program. Thank you very much. Asante sana, the choir from GAM. You're doing an amazing job. This is where Shofko is. And Shofko is part of GAM, and GAM is part of Shofko. Thank you very much. Having said that, I want to take this program back to our Honorable Secretary. I know our auditors are here. Before I give it back to you, allow me to recognize more of our visitors who are continuing to stream in. Allow me to recognize Sane, Ole, Apale, courtesy of Kratis Advisory. He's our consultant, the guy who has really also been behind the project management of whatever you are seeing here. This is the guy that we have really worked with. Mpigieni makofi mazuri. Allow me also to recognize the presence of one of our stakeholders and dear partner from Cusco Limited. I can see Cusco Limited is here, and I have the regional manager, the new regional manager, I suppose. And one thing I want to say before you sit down, those regional managers who have worked in this region have ended up being very well appraised to the next level. I'm referring to Governor 048, now the current acting MD. So, karibu sana. It's a pleasure to have you with us this afternoon. Karibu sana. Allow me also to recognize, who have I left? Of course, our auditors are here. And we have our dear madam from CIC again who came, who is a part of the PR team. Karibu sana. Thank you so much. Your name must be Eva. Karibu sana, Eva. And thank you so much for also coming to grace this occasion. If I have left you, just know it's not by design. Sometimes it's because we are limited as human beings. And when I see you, I shall surely be able to recognize you. We recognize our stakeholders. We could not have been who we are this morning without the proper partnership and the good working relationship that we have. The many guys who are here, including our service providers, Hyperlink who are here, we have Wivets who are here with us, all of them, and we also want to communicate that all the waters that we are taking today have been presented to us free of charge from CIC Insurance Limited. Tuwapige makofi. Kwa hivyo, karibu sana, Honorary Secretary, we can be able now to continue with the program.
Asante sana, Bwana GM. We can now go back to the normal business of the circle. And before we were interrupted, we heard our treasurer who was taking us through the accounts. So members would just open the page where he was so they can be able to proceed with this activity. Welcome, Madam Lydia.
Thank you. I think that was a good disruption. We'll go back to the financials on page 103. And we are looking at our assets. So as of close of 2023, we had cash and cash equivalents amounting to Kenya shillings 22,488,925. And a breakdown of that is on note number 13. 2022, we closed with 26,687,909. Trade and other receivables, these are money we're expecting from other people and stakeholders, 20,897,561. In 2022, we had 522,553. Loans to members, these are outstanding loans with all members, a balance of 272,914,922. In 2022, it was 148,871,619 shillings. Other financial assets, we had 49,674,580. In 2022, we had 55,223,056 shillings. Property, plant, and equipment, 24,003,701 shillings. In 2022, we had 572,996. Again, you will see the notes on note 17 in terms of the breakdown for that. Liabilities, these are things we owe other people. So members' deposits, your deposits, and those of the members that are not with us, 224,069,652. In 2022, we were at 126,368,408. Trade and accrued expenses are note 19 for details, 25,870,056 shillings. In 2022, it was 9,008,152. Interest-bearing liability, note 20, 30 million, the same amount in 2022. Interest on members' deposits, 14,995,756. In 2022, it was 7,109,629. This is there because we have not paid yet. Shareholders' funds, so our share capital stands at 44,093,883. In 2022, it was 21,578,441. And we have a reserves of 50,950,341. In 2022, it was 37,813,503, making our total assets, which is comparable to the total liabilities and shareholders' fund, 389,979,688 Kenya shillings. That's what we are calling almost 400 million in total assets. And that's the end of my report.
Clap for the treasurer. Shofko Sako. Shofko Sako. Yes, spend yours. Mnakaa kama mko jela kidogo. Okay, now we want to have a proposer and a seconder for the same. Secretariat team, those who had microphone. A proposer for the treasurer's report. Let's have this faster. We move on to another agenda. A proposer.
My name is Beatrix Wanjuku. Number SS8128, I propose.
Thank you.
Ochola John, member SS172, I second.
Thank you. I don't know whether we can put the auditors to also give the auditors' opinion, then now we react once. Is it okay? Then we go to the auditors. Okay, well guided. So I think we can just now take questions on the floor. You can check where the account started. Chair?
Page 102, and we said the notes start from page 114, the notes.
Yes. So you can look at it. If there's any query, any figure, any expense, any revenue line, you can raise up your hand, then we give you a chance to react. One, two, three. No reaction, right? So having the accounts adopted, I'll now allow the treasurer to have a seat. And then now we go to our auditors. We welcome them, the Mbaya and Associates, led by Senior CPA Douglas. Karibu.
Thank you so much, MC. The governor in absentia, the board of directors, other invited guests, the delegates, good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. My name is CPA Douglas Muhati, auditor Mbaya and Associates, the auditor who was in charge of your financials for the year ending 31st December 2023. I'll be reading to you the report of the independent auditors, but before I do that, I want to introduce my team whom we've come with. There they are. We have Stephanie Maina and Martin Kariuki. Thank you. So straight away, I'll read the auditor's report. Independent, it's on page 99 of your booklets. Page 99 of your booklets. Independent auditor's report. To the members of Shofco Savings and Credit Society Limited. Our opinion. We have audited the financial statements of Shofco Savings and Credit Society Limited, set out on pages 8 to 26, which comprise the statement of financial position as at 31st December 2023, and the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and notes to the financial statements, including a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position of Shofco Savings and Credit Society Limited as at 31st December 2023 and its financial performance and cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standards and the requirements of the Cooperative Societies Act. Basis of our opinion, we conducted our audit in accordance with the International Standards on Auditing. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the financial statement section of our report. We are independent of the society in accordance with the International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, Parts A and B, IESBA Code, and other independence requirements applicable to performing audits of the financial statements in Kenya. We have fulfilled our other responsibilities in accordance with IESBA Code, in accordance with other ethical requirements applicable to performing audits in Kenya. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Key audit matters. Key audit matters are those matters that in our professional judgment were of most significance in our audit of the financial statements for the current period. These matters were addressed in the context of our audit of the financial statements as a whole and informing our opinion thereon, and we do not provide a separate opinion on these matters. So our key audit matter was on property, plant, and equipment, where we noted that the society recorded a very significant increase of 4,089% in the property, plant, and equipment for the year under review of Kenya shillings 24 million compared to Kenya shillings 572,000 in the previous year. We verified the PPE movement schedule for the current year to confirm the accuracy and the completeness. Members, the following paragraphs I'll just be reading in summary because it's more of a narrative. So the responsibilities of the directors, it is the responsibility of the directors are responsible for the preparation and fair presentation of the financial statements in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standards and the requirements of the Corporate Societies Act. In preparing the independent auditor's report, in preparing the financial statements, the directors are responsible for assessing the society's ability to continue as a going concern, disclosing as applicable the matters related to going concern, and using the going concern basis of accounting. And then on the auditor's responsibility, our objectives are to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statements as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, and to issue an auditor's report that includes our opinion. Besides that, we also communicate with the directors regarding, among other matters, the planned scope and timing of the audit and significant audit findings, including any significant deficiencies in internal controls that we identify during our audit. Report on other legal and regulatory requirements. In our opinion, the information given in the report of the directors on page 4 is consistent with the financial statements. and the engagement partner responsible